We are the original Saturday Menudo Club, except no substitutes. Ya no más.
The views and opinions expressed in the Saturday Menudo gatherings, livecasts, or videos do not necessarily reflect the views of the club, its sponsors, the hosts, or its supporters. All content is for information and entertainment purposes. We do support free speech.
Items that have been picked out for us. If you need a description of what those items are, I have the hard copy menu that says what those items are. So I'm just going to pass 2 and 2 around. So again, welcome.
What's number 1? Can't find it. Number 2.
Okay, I'm going to give you the menu in just a minute. So again, make yourself comfortable. Welcome. We're going to start at 12 p.m. We're going to start with the agenda, and we'll get everybody. Thank you. Saturday Menudo. We're getting ready to start our meeting here. We're picking out some great people. And they've got a word for you. All right, guys.
Y'all know us. Together we win.
Okay, guys. Thank you again for coming. We are starting our meeting.
3 minutes early.
3 minutes early?
Yeah.
Good. All right, guys. Again, thank you, Fort Bend, for coming out in numbers. We love this. We are so happy to be joining y'all out in Fort Bend. Saturday Menudo Club was a brilliant brainchild of Mr. Anthony Valdez, the gentleman with the cowboy hat in the back. He started this idea about 3 years ago. He started with 3 people in a back room in a small restaurant off of Richmond Avenue. And since then, El Tiempo has been gracious, Mr. Art Lopez, Mr. Lorenzo, to open up their doors at El Tiempo and invite us in. And inviting us in is inviting you in. So we are reaching Harris County, we are reaching Fort Bend County, and we have our eyes set on Montgomery County and elsewhere, God willing. So thank you again for coming. The movement is strong, and we are going to get started. A little bit about the Saturday Menudo Club. So we do have our website. If y'all, I believe, passed out some business cards, but for those of you that don't have it, our website is SaturdayMenudoClub.com. We actually record all of our sessions. So if you see someone that is here today and you want to go back and hear the message, it will be posted within 48 hours. And they're full videos. So it's the full video of the session. It's also individual small videos of the candidate as well. And we upload that to our YouTube as well. We do have a Facebook page as well, so if you visit our Facebook page, you could go ahead and find more information on that.
Yeah, they are. The videos are copyrighted, meaning you have the right to copy.
Okay, guys, we do have an agenda. So we are a Christian-based club. So we'd like to start off with prayer. Do we have a minister or preacher, someone who would like to come up and just say a few words and encourage? Right next to me. Perfect.
Wow, perfect.
If you could introduce yourself, sir, please.
Sure. My name is John Plessette, and I'm a deacon at Sacred Heart Church in Richmond. So thank y'all for being here, and I'm running for justice of peace, precinct 3. So let's go to the Lord in prayer. Heavenly Father, we come to you in thanksgiving. We thank you for all the blessings that you give us. Please allow us to be blessings to others. Please bless the food that we received today, the hands that prepared it, the efforts that will go forth from this meeting, and keep us safe and always in your graces. We ask this through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Thank you very much. So just a quick quick overview on the agenda that we're going to follow today. We have several segments in the meeting. I know there was a list of people who actually reached out that wanted to speak. We have your name here. You're going to have an allotted time where you can come up and speak and say what you're running for, who you are. Also, we want to recognize those that didn't get to be on the list, but are here joining us as a candidate for a race. So we're going to give you 1 or 2 minutes to introduce yourself, say what you're running for, and then great news, we're going to be back, granted in 2 to 3 weeks right before the primary. So we'll be back here and you'll have a chance to speak then if you'd like to sign up for that as well. We also want to recognize we have some great donors and sponsors that had helped our club as we move along. So of course, Ms. Sharon Leal, who is engaged with the GOP here in Fort Bend, thank you. She helps supply, yes, let's give her a round of applause. She helps supply platters that were set at the tables. We also have Miss Claudia and her family who has helped. She's also a part of Friends for America First. So I'll let her say just a couple words as well.
First of all, great for being here with you guys. I'm here on behalf of President Bianca Gracia and Latinos for America First. And I'm thankful because I want to tell you that family still matters, freedom still matters, people still matter. And because of people like you with the courage to run for office, to represent those existing values, we are here today. And we thank you. We do have a Facebook page, Latinos for America First, as well as Instagram, so you can follow us. God bless.
So that is one of our sister clubs, Latinos for America First, Bianca Gracia. Also, we have Mr. Ricky Rivera, who has been a tremendous help to the Saturday Menudo Club. We want to recognize him as well, and I'll let him introduce his podcast.
Hi, how's everybody doing today? This is a wonderful day. My name is Ricky Rivera. I have a podcast called The Ricky Report. It's conservative, it's Christian-based. Please follow me, www.youtube.com @ The Ricky Report. I just want to give thanks to Claudia and Andy. They're one of our biggest supporters. We support them so much. Also, Latinos for Trump and the Latinos for America First. They're big supporters of ours. Guys, have a great time, great food, and thank you for coming.
And we also want to recognize Ms. Hope Cruz. Ms. Hope is a delegate. She's been involved with the Harris County Republican Party for many, many years, and she is an awesome, fantastic person. This girl will have your back. And we want to thank you. We want to recognize you from the Saturday Menudo Club for everything that you do for us. Mr. Art Lopez, my superhero, Mr. Batman, thank you for opening up the doors to Tiempo. We really appreciate it, sir. This is what we've become because of your help in Mr. Logan, so thank you, sir. So, a little bit about the Menudo Club. I want everybody to know in this room, this is not about me, this is not about Andy, this is not about the Menudo Club, this is about you. And that was the vision that we had, was a little bit about myself. I was the state regional director for the Republican State Party in Harris County. I worked as the deputy director within the Harris County Republican Party in the primary season for 2022. And what I've seen was that there was a gap between what the party was doing and what the voters were saying. So we came in to bridge that gap. We want you to be the voice that matters. And we open up our platform. We're not restricted to one idea. We are here to hear ideas. And we are here to bring solutions because we all know what the problems are. We all know what crime is. We all knew what open goal orders were. We all knew what was hurting us. But what brought us together were solutions. And that's why we're here. So this is not about us. This is about you and what we could do together. And I think you have a famous saying, Sharon. Together we win. Together we win. That is the message. Together we win.
Together we win.
So we are moving along. Thank you again. We like to say the Pledge of Allegiance here at the Saturday Menudo Club. Can I have somebody lead us very quickly? I know our faces are kind of tight, but great. We're going to say that really quickly, and then we'll move on to what we call Stir the Pot. It's going to be two hot topics that are more national. Yes. One of our we're going to cheat on the list. Okay, so I will let you. Yes. very dear friend of ours who, I don't even know how to say this. He was involved in so much, from the White House to our local party. I'll let Andy say a little bit more about him, but he passed on New Year's Eve, and we just want to give him a moment of recognition.
All right, welcome everybody. So, I don't know if you knew a gentleman by the name of Tony Box. I called him Tony the Lion. He was a mountain of a man, incredible warrior. He was a captain of Marines. He was involved with the Safari Club, and he became a mentor of mine, also a mentor to Carmen, probably a mentor to many of you. In fact, I don't wear cowboy hats. Usually you see me in a veteran cap, whatever, but he wanted to give me this cowboy hat. And it's a vintage 1970s, folded. I did some research because I got a little curiosity, but it's in a Ranger style, because I want to give a hat to a person that's befitting of the hat. So I just kept it at the house in my office. I said, you know what, we're going to honor Tony today. And people like you, he really got involved in the community. Poor guy, 71 years old, his wife 50 years together. I mean, if you've been married 50 years, that's an incredible thing today, right? So we just want to take a moment of silence to honor him. Again, a good guy. If you have a chance to meet him, you know he had your back. Right? He Tony the Lion. He's not the tiger, he's a lion. He's a fighter. And that's really what we have in this room. So just take a few minutes just to honor Tony Box. All right, thank you. And I don't want to forget, we also have Mr. Matthew Velasquez with Patriot Radio 920 AM, family radio, gone conservative, faith, awesome. Thank you for being here. We got some big events planned. We want to do a shooting event on Cinco de Mayo, May 3rd. How apropos, if you look at the story of the ragtag Mexicans fighting the French army, right? So we need to export freedom to every country. You see what's going on with Venezuela, ya no mas. We've got the message out loud and clear. We're done with tyranny. We're done with this control, right? Also want to recognize Mr. Burt Levine. Thank you again for the shout out. You do a lot of work in the community. You're a veteran as well, and I always appreciate, the mutual. You may not agree on everything, but we definitely have a good friendship.
We agree on that.
Yeah, we have a good friendship. That's the main thing. God bless y'all.
Walking in the back. She is with Veterans for America First. And everyone will have, that's not on the list, will have just a minute or two to introduce themselves. We do have someone who has left their triplets birthday party, so we need to make sure he's in and out of here today quickly. He is celebrating a birthday party with his children, so we want to make sure he comes in first, says his bit, and then we'll go ahead and continue our agenda. Kenneth? So, 9, 10, how old are they today? 8. Wow, triplets, huh? Absolutely. And I will let him introduce himself and then do the position that he is actually running for. Thank you, sir.
Happy New Year, everybody. I'm so sorry I'll have to leave. I left my kids' birthday. They turned 8 on the 28th of December, but today is actually the birthday celebration, so I had to just be here. Thank you for setting this up, the Menudo Club, for giving a voice and a platform to communities beyond just one aspect of our society. We are a very culturally diverse county. Fort Bend County is the most culturally diverse county in the state of Texas. This election is not about personalities. And everyone who knows me will tell you I play the politics of policy, what we want to do in the county. My background as an accountant shapes my vision, shapes my view of how I look at governance. I'm Kenneth Amori. I'm a husband. I'm a father of a set of triplets. I'm a college educator. And by the grace of God, I am running for the county judge for Fort Bend County. As this election approaches, for me, I want us in this room to view this as a job interview. If you have a business or a company and you're going to hire to manage that business or a company that is having a financial crisis, Fort Bend County today is having a financial crisis. Out of the 254 counties in the state of Texas, we rank top 1% as the most indebted county in the state. And on top of that, our property tax rate is one of the top 1%, not just in the county, arguably in the country. We are double the size of the property taxes in America. Yes. So we are having a financial crisis, and you're going to hire someone to be the person to fix the issue. We have 5 people who are running for county judge. Excellent candidate, beautiful personalities. But one is a lawyer. One is a realtor. One is a current person who is managing, who is in charge of the crisis. Currently, the county judge. And one of them is an engineer. Excellent person. And then you have another person who is a certified public accountant, who is appointed by the governor of the state to be a regulator of the accounting profession in the state of Texas. And finally, the Forbes magazine recognized us as one of the top 200 accountants in the country. It's a no-brainer. Who are you going to hire? If Fort Bend County was your business, who are you going to hire to manage that business? I'm running for Fort Bend County Judge. My name is Kenneth Mori. Please check us out, Kenneth for FortBend.com. God bless you. Please have a nice time, and I look forward to seeing you all on the campaign trail. Thank you so much.
So if you are a candidate and have literature or something that you want to leave, this table up here is where we place all of your literature. We display it throughout the campaign season. I know right now everyone has seen it, but before you leave, if you want to leave your business card or if you want to leave some brochures, information, you can do that at this table up here. So Claudia is passing out some raffle tickets. What we do at the Saturday Menudo Club is we raffle 2 prizes. We have 2 prizes up here, so we will call out a number, and ensure number you have an option to choose one or the other. Also, moving right along, we do a segment called Stir the Pot. Stir the Pot is we bring up topics that are happening within our local community, within the state, or within the nation. As y'all all know, we all woke up this morning to the news that Venezuela had been, what's the word? Overthrown. Thank you. Perfect. Yes.
Liberated. I like that. Liberated.
Yes. And what we like to do here is we like to see the overall picture, right? So, drug lords taken out, right? We were told it's drug lord, there was trafficking, there was all kinds of activities, illegal activities. But there's also conversation that there was an overall agenda with the oil. So, good and bad. This is what we do at Stir the Pot. We like to hear conversations that include good and bad. And nothing in this club is, oh, that's not true or that's not right. We want to hear everyone's comments or concerns, or y'all can bring up a different topic if you like. But we'd like to cover 2 topics. Anyone's willing to come up and expand on that conversation? Or a conversation that you might find in your community that might be controversial, or maybe you have a comment?
The Ricky Report.
Come on up.
Spitting truth bombs.
How you guys doing again? So, touch base on something that just happened today with Venezuela. My take on it was the Ricky Report's take on it. He was a drug lord. He had manufacturing cocaine. He was doing crimes against his own people. It's terrible, And not only that, but when you look at where they stand in terms of global control or their responsibility to everyone else that they meet at the G summits, there's responsibility to it. So if you are going to kill and massacre your own people, if you're going to put things at risk, well, it's survival of the fittest. Some other people that have greater responsibility, not only to their own country, but to their alliances, they need to step up and take care of business. So I think President Trump did a great job. Also, he warned him. And he got really brazen Maduro started calling names, and so there's just things that happen. You know, the big fish has to eat the small fish, but you know, there's another thing that people are talking about. The Venezuelan people are celebrating in the streets as we speak. This is huge. And let's talk about the economics of everything. We reported on this today. Their GDP used to be a little bit right behind us. I think they were like number 3 or number 4. They're behind Haiti right now. That's terrible. So if you look at the economics, if you look at what he was doing, he was a high-ranking member in the cartel. Those are crazy situations that don't even benefit their own people. So that is my piece, and thank you. Bring report Instagram. We're reaching a lot of people. Really quick, we start off at like 5,000 people maybe a couple months ago. We are reaching 30,000 people.
Yeah.
So thank you to Saturday Menudo Club.
Topic, election integrity. We've seen what was happening with the ballots that are, oops. Yeah. So did y'all follow that story from the election in 2020? And was it Georgia? Georgia. Does anybody want to comment on that? Do we here in Harris County or Fort Bend have an issue with our elections?
Yes. Right here.
Do you want to touch on that topic, sir? Okay. Well, as Deputy Director for the primary in Harris County, if you want to sit with me and talk, be sure you block about 8 hours out because I have video, I have testimony, and there is tons of evidence, but that's a different matter. Go ahead, sir. Introduce yourself, please.
Hi, my name's Casey. I'm just a volunteer in Fort Bend County, but I've been working on election integrity very heavily for quite a few years now. It was since 2020. A lot of people think about this for a second. Before 2020 election, we had a certain number of grassroots volunteers, both parties, and Republicans. After 2020 and the election, the number for the Republican Party just went skyrocketing, right? The number of grassroots people we got involved wanted to come in and say, what is going on here? What's happening, right? I can tell you with absolute certainty that there's no hanky-panky going on in Fort Bend County. I don't know about Harris. You'd have to ask more knowledgeable people. But in Fort Bend County, I've been closely observing the election process. I worked on the ballot board to get the mail-in ballots. All I can tell you is I feel very confident in the machines we're using, the software we're using, the people that are overseeing it. The area that we have a problem needs to be addressed by legislation in the state and the federal government, and that's with mail-in ballots. Mail-in ballots is where all and any of the hanky-panky is currently going on, especially in Texas. And I just urge you, when the situation comes up, we have been proposing legislation in Texas for years now to do things like clean up the border rolls and tighten up the absentee ballot process. Unfortunately, we've had a Republican Speaker of the House who doesn't appear to want to support Republican initiative. And that's a shame, and we need to get the Republicans out of the House that are obstructing some of the constructive things that need to be done. But any way you can help support the legislative process to tighten up the rules about absentee ballots, that's how we're going to solve election integrity. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay.
I've worked in Harris County for election integrity since 2010. When Catherine Moretta got a search warrant, got a judge's signature on a search warrant to search the machines because she said that the machines were rigged there. And over the weekend, it was signed on a Friday. Over the weekend, the county warehouse burned down and every machine was completely destroyed. There's never been any accountability for that. I was an election clerk in Central Count in the presidential election, and there was a guy there, another clerk, who had worked in the warehouse. He was working in the warehouse during the time period when this fire occurred. And he said he wanted to talk to the fire marshal and the police. They didn't want to talk to him about what he knew. So anyway, there's never been accountability for that. Until that's cleaned up and we have answers to these questions, I'm never going to give up on seeing the machines over.
Thank you very much, Carol. So, when I worked in the Republican Party's office and when I worked for the state party, there was numerous eyewitness reports that were submitted, and somehow they just never got to see the light of day. Are there issues? Do y'all remember when we had precinct voting? When we had precinct voting, and actually there's still counties in the state of Texas that have precinct voting. So I think I see a person back there that wanted to make a quick comment as well. Tamara?
Oh, I just wanted to add about the election integrity. I'm with the election integrity team for Fort Bend County, and I'm one of 4 GOP appointed Central County judges. And I 100% agree with Ed. The mail-in ballots are a huge issue, but another thing, as a former government auditor, I can say that we cannot reconcile, we do have partial manual counts, but again, we can't say that our machines are secure. What we are seeing coming out with Dominion, these machines were created in Venezuela, ES&S is what we use in Fort Bend County, it's owned by a private equity firm with anonymous investors. So we cannot say in Fort Bend County that it's secure. And the election staff would have no idea. These things are built with back doors. I, as an auditor, am not allowed to see it. And we're supposed to take a copy of the software after each election, and I'm there in Central County, and we're not allowed. And that's in the law. So we do have issues in Fort Bend County, mail-in ballots, and the machines. We need more accountability and transparency. I can't reconcile an election. But partial manual counts do help, but they can also be evaded. So,
Thank you. Have just testimony and bring in some things. Really quickly, Kim.
Yeah, I can just speak loud enough from here. Military ballots, when they come into like our county, they're on a different size paper. So we actually have people reprinting the paper for our military members and adjusting them, and there's no oversight to where they actually go in by pencil and fill things in for military. There's no oversight on that. And then also reaching our spouses that are deployed, or our spouses while their husbands are deployed. The commands are not communicating with spouses, and most of the time, 80% of our spouses are having a hard time to vote within our armed services.
So those are military ballots. Just to really quickly recap that. When the military ballots come in from overseas, they don't run those ballots. What they do is they take the ballot because they claim the ballot size is not suitable for the machines. They have 2 people, which each party can have their own representatives there, but it's typically just Democrats that do this. Transfer the information from the military ballot into the ballot that goes into the machine for county. There is no oversight, there is no camera overview. Just FYI, we had our own team go in and investigate. Everything's been submitted to our county chair and up through the chain of command. So these are issues, they do exist. Be vigilant, head on a swivel. There's more to come on this topic. So Sharon, I'm going to let you introduce the candidates that are here, but not registered to be on the list, but we do want to recognize them.
Hey guys, again, I'm Sharon Leal. Can you all hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, awesome.
Speak closer.
I am the Outreach and Engagement Chairman for Fort Bend County GOP. I'm also a precinct chair. I want also to acknowledge that if you guys don't know what a precinct chair is, you need to know your area precinct chairs or find out what precinct you're in, and if you don't have one, contact your GOP, contact me, and let's get you one, because they're very important. They're the ones that help get the message out. This is what I do. This is why now I'm the chairman for Outreach and Engagement, and we want to continue to reach all our communities all over Fort Bend County. Okay, guys? Now, we're going to go ahead and get started with the other part of having our candidates. So, if you are an elected official, I see one here to my left. You're our elected officials, and we have our county judge in the back as well. But you will be
I won't take long here since I don't have a primary opponent. Just want to thank everyone for making me their nominee for Fort Bend County Treasurer for re-election, and look forward to hopefully a peaceful primary. concentrate on November to get through it. Thank you.
And we have our current county judge in the back, Amy George. He'll be speaking in a few minutes. We'll let him talk then. And we have another elected official that I don't want to miss anyone. Okay. And if you are a candidate not on our list to speak today, please stand. Or representing someone real quick, you will have exactly about 30 seconds to 1 minute, not more, Tina. Because we want to move it along and hear from our other people as well, but we definitely want to acknowledge everyone here. And again, because you guys are important, you're going to be the ones representing us. And that is extremely important. So guys, all of you who are not on the list, just stood, please come here real quick. Come up, let's go, roll. First one up, move. We're all ready, let's go. Okay.
Hi, so I'm Tamara McFarland, running for Fort Bend County Clerk. And I am running to serve you as Fort Bend County Clerk. With my experience as a former government auditor and decades in acquisitions and divestitures, I will protect your home titles from property theft, and I will also sit as vice chair on the election commission for Fort Bend County, and I'm the only one with the experience necessary for that. So I hope to earn your trust and your support. I'm Tamara McFarland for Fort Bend County Clerk. Have a blessed day.
F3 at the fairgrounds and Imagination Kids Expo. Yeah, there you go.
This is Civic 7 against Missy Fletcher, and if y'all are she really has a
Speak closer to the mic. Yes, closer to the mic. Start over.
I'm Tina Cohen, I'm running at Civic 7 against Missy Fletcher, and if you live in the district, she has to go. She's not doing absolutely anything for us. We just got to get all the Republicans out to vote in the primary. We have a bigger showing than the Democrats because they're going to flood all the voting people. So
Buenas tardes a todos, feliz año nuevo. Good afternoon everybody, happy new year. Thanks for coming out here, thanks for the services today. My name is Antonio Aranda, I go by Tony Aranda, I'm running for County Commissioner Precinct 2, Fort Bend County. I am a 22-year veteran, a father of 5, here with the good Lord. I have 2 boys at home, 3 and 2, and 22 years in the Marine Corps.
Hoorah!
Hoorah! Continue down here now in my home here in Fort Bend County, continue serving the residents that work hard daily, and I want to continue my working for them. I think it's gone on too far, too long that we've had the same person in the same seat. I feel that they're more loyal to the seat than they are to people. So I'm running on I want to be transparent with everybody, and I want everybody to understand that my time in this seat, should I win the election, is not because of what I've done, it's because you all have trust in what I can do and what I can bring to the community. Thank you all, Lord bless you.
And remember also, their campaign material is outside at our voter registration booth. So there is materials out there or signs for you guys to take home. And if there is any candidate that you would like, please let us know and we will get it to you.
Y'all, my name is Audrey Lee. I'm running for Fort Bend County District 4. I am an Aggie. I have experience from Texas A&M's Base Business School, and I want to bring that to the district clerk's office. So everybody here is getting the right forms, everybody's being treated with dignity, and that office runs smoothly. So God bless you all, God bless Texas, and remember, watch with me for district clerk.
Yes.
Well, as I said earlier, my name is John Cassell. I'm running for Justice of the Peace, Precinct 3. I believe in the 3 F's. Faith, of course, family, and freedom. And I believe in that movement strongly. I believe in the 4 L's. I believe in listening. If you're listening, you're not tooting your own horn. If you're learning, you're moving forward. If you're leading, you're helping others. And if you're leaving a legacy, you're doing something good for somebody that comes behind us. My website is jp4fortbend.com. If you remember nothing else about me, remember JP or JP. Thank you.
All right.
Howdy, everybody.
Howdy.
Hi, I'm Jacob Lee. I'm the campaign manager for Trevor Nels for Congress. Trevor had family in town and couldn't make it today, but wishes you all a happy new year. We've been endorsed by President Donald Trump. We've been endorsed by the Speaker of the House. And we got a New Year's present of being endorsed by Governor Greg Abbott. Trevor looks forward to meeting with you in the future. Thank you all for being here. God bless America. God bless Donald Trump. And God bless the great state of America, Texas.
Information card, there's information card for the election. Today he had to take his daughter back to college to airport to sit on the start.
Yes, speak right into it.
So she's a question out today, so he's got a couple of people here to talk about
Your workshop?
Portland County before, and we're in the county.
That's actually your sister, too.
Everybody has a lot of talk. Family man, louder. He's a businessman and a family man, and like I said, I have cards here. Reach out to us if you have any questions, and he just feels like he's the person to represent that district and
Early, like 5 or
kind of fall on the side current administration. So let's share it. For one position, North Bend County Commissioner, Precinct 4. Thank you. Our speakers, did we get everyone who was not on our guest list? Okay, great. So we're going to start with Rebecca Clark. Come on up. And she is running for our district here, Congressional District 22. And we'll let her speak. Nice to meet you.
You too.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Rebecca. I am running to be your next congressman here in District 22. I'm a wife.
It's all the way up.
I'm a fifth generation Texan born and raised right here. Graduated from high school just here on the road. This is my home, and these are my roots. My husband and I have a small raising on family on it. After I graduated from high school, I went off to Texas A&M University, so I too studied geophysics and graduated from there. Went to work in the oil and gas industry as a geophysicist, looking at complex data, putting together real-world solutions to get oil and gas out of the ground and into our homes. So what got me involved with grassroots was raising a family and seeing things around as I'm working that are going on that were not right. And as a problem solver, I decided, well, I'm going to look at the data and now I'm going to go try to find a solution. And I started going to school board meetings and commissioner board, and things just mushroomed from there. I have worked legislation in the last couple of sessions, analyzing and helping edit language. Sorry, I'm going to put my mouth on the microphone. I'm currently a precinct chair. I ran and went that election for precinct chair, so I'm part of the Portland County Republican leadership. I have run conservative candidates for school board. We have 2 that won, and I'm currently sitting on the Marcy ISD school board. I also ran a nonprofit government watchdog group to look for ways to fund abuse of local government. And I currently serve as the strategic development director for a nonprofit that educates the citizenry on national security issues and emerging threats in our country.
So what I plan to do when I get to DC, one of the things that I've seen is the biggest problem is a lack of accountability, and that's manifested in reckless spending, which is translating to an increased cost of living for you and I. I'm a big believer in term limits as a way to stop corruption and prevent career politicians. I also will advocate and fight hard for transparency and aggressive oversight. If we have to budget and manage our money and account for it, then our government should do it at an even higher level. I also would like to advocate for rolling back the red tape that stifles small businesses and actually prevents them from even flourishing, and the regulatory burdensome regulatory things that happen in the energy sector. Again, all of this translates to an increase in inflation and cost of living for you and I. And those are things that I'm going to work to roll back. On the national security, which economic security is national security, but on the physical national security, the border, President Trump's done a great job, but we need to put his executive actions into law so that the next person that comes along can't remove it with a stroke of a pen. We need to keep and maintain a secure border, enforce our national immigration laws, and we have a big major trafficking thoroughfare here with 59, and it's a big drug and human trafficking problem right here in Fort Bend County. So that's a big thing for me. And that all translates to safe communities, safe families, and our children being safe. Not just physically safe, I want them to be safe in school and what they're learning. I want them to be able to read, write, and do arithmetic. That would be a great thing, right? So focus on academics and remove all the ideology that warps their mind and leaves them without real knowledge to go into the workforce. These are all the things that are important to me. I believe that leadership is not inherited. I don't think it's handed down. It's something that you earn, and you earn it by being present. I am here. I'm glad that y'all are here because my opponent is not going to be doing any forums, so this is a great way for y'all to hear from me. So I look at this as a privilege. Stewardship is something that is, promotion comes from the east or the west or the south, but it comes from the Lord. And so I look at this as a honor and a duty. I want to get to know you guys, and I want to partner with you to be your voice in Congress. And I hope to hear from you guys. I would love to tell you more about myself if you want to come find me afterwards. Rebecca Clark for Congress.com, and come find me. It'd be great to hear from you. Thank you very much.
We have someone here who didn't get a chance to do his introduction and who he's representing. So Matt Velasquez, I'll let you come up. And then we're going to do our raffle right after that, please.
Howdy. I'm going to give 3 quick introductions to who I am so that Kenneth doesn't outstage me. My name's Matt Velasquez, and I'm also a father of triplets. Second of all, my name is Matt Velasquez, and I am the president and owner of Patriot Talk 920 AM. Just a quick background on our radio station. My family's owned KYST 920 AM since 1983. We started as a Tejano radio station in Houston. For 40 years, we operated as a Spanish radio station. In 2022, my father passed away, left me with the company and decision on what I want to do going forward. What I decided was I was tired of the direction our country was going in. I was tired of the mainstream media making it basically racist to be patriotic and put up an American flag, how our country and our society was turning away from God. So I decided on January 1st, 2024 to start the most Christian conservative radio station Houston's ever seen. So we're going well, we're entering our 3rd year now. We've been home to a lot of voices like Dan Bongino, Dave Ramsey, and some local voices as well. So keeping my fingers crossed, Bongino decides he wants to hit the airwaves again. So of course, no for us. Last thing, I'll quickly, the reason why Carmen wanted me to come up, I am also, and this is not affiliated with the radio or anything else, but I'm also working with the Don Huffines campaign. So Don Huffines running for comptroller. I've never worked for a political campaign in my life, and I have more than enough on my plate with the radio station right now. But when the Huffines campaign approached me, I was like, you know, I really appreciate what Don does. And I've never thought of the comptroller position as a sexy position that I even cared about. You know, it's going to be 5th on my ballot campaign. So it was like, well, okay, I like what Don's doing, and what he's doing with Doge in Texas, I think means more than anything in any other statewide race. So keep an eye on the ballot for Don Huffines for comptroller.
visit his website. You'll be getting some more information from me. I just joined the campaign last month, so I'm getting my feet wet here, but I'd like to reach out to everybody in Fort Bend. Thank you.
I'm going to pass it back to Sharon. As we get her situated, I'm going to have somebody pull a ticket number, and then if you win, you're going to have the option of 2 items. All right, we're going to continue with our county judge candidates to speak, and we have Daniel Wong right here next to me. So come on up, Daniel. Give them your undivided attention, guys.
Good afternoon. Can you hear me? All right. So great to see you all coming out. Thank you so much for coming out. Thank you, Carmen.
Yes.
Thank you, Sharon, for organizing this. It's just wonderful. My name is Daniel Wong, W-O-N-G, running for Fort Bend County Judge. I have been in this county for 35 years. And I live in this county, and I love this county. I enjoy it. Why I'm running for county judge? Because county judge is not a judicial position. It is a kind of like a CEO of the county, taking care of economic development, building roads and libraries, and making sure public safety, emergency management, things like that nature. It's a CEO job. So I have been CEO for last 20-some years. I built my company from scratch. Right now it's over 400 employees. One of the largest civil engineering companies in the state of Texas. I have my PhD in civil engineering. As you know, I know how to build roads, I know how to do construction, and I know how to manage the budget. And also just on a side note, I also elder of my church, Fort Bend Community Church. So I pledge to my church that whatever we do, we need to bring glory to God. So hopefully my campaign will bring glory to my Lord. And also I served 6 years on City of Sugar City Council. During that time, I lowered the property tax rate, and also I make Sugar Land the safest city in the county. And I'm going to do it for Fort Bend County also. During those times running my business, I also served on many state boards appointed by Governor Perry in the beginning, and then appointed by Governor Abbott. Right now I'm serving on Texas Higher Education Coordinating Board, all the higher education in the state of Texas. The budget is $3.5 billion. But the county is about $1 billion, so I think I can handle that. So I can handle $3.5 billion. So as you look at this March, as a stakeholder, you are the shareholder for Fort Bend County as a voters. You need to hire a new county judge. So look at the resume, please. Look at the resume, all the candidates. And I pledge to you, when I become county judge, I'm going to lower the tax rate. I'm going to cut all the wasteful spending. I'm going to build more roads. I'm going to streamline all the construction process, procurement and construction. Make it work faster. They build roads so long, right? It takes so long to build a road. And I want to make sure Fort Bend County is the safest county in the state of Texas. So together, we can make this county the best place to live, to work, and to play. Vote Daniel Wong for Fort Bend County Judge. Thank you so much.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Alright, I'm trying to do this. Alright, who has ticket 894-214? 894-214. Going once, going twice. 214, the last 3 digits. No? Okay, gonna go for another one. And the last 3 numbers on it is 185. 185. We have a mystery envelope. Mystery, okay, gotta open it. You gotta show us what it is.
A new car, no.
Alright, we want to give here make sure that we're not downplaying my experience here. Because I do know that prior to that spoke first, mentioned I was just a realtor. Here are the licenses that I hold. Real estate broker, mortgage. I've held Series 663. I own an insurance brokerage, full service insurance brokerage, which we handle annuities, business owner policies, auto, home, life. We hire our own staff, okay? So I own a construction company. So that means I can look at a bid and tell you if that bid is over budget, okay? I went to construction school. I'm a framer. I'm a sheetrocker. So those are all things that I do, so we're not downplaying my experience.
Wow.
Okay? Also, I would like you to know that I am the only candidate who's actually been doing the work right now. I've been meeting with judges. I've met with Sheriff Fagan. Here are the real issues in Fort Bend County. The real issues in Fort Bend County, we're not paying our sheriff's office and our sheriff's staff enough. The neighboring counties are paying far more, including Sugar Land. We need to add money to that budget. We also have nonprofits that have been having applications since COVID in there that haven't even been looked at that our court system currently uses. One of them is Child Advocates of Fort Bend. We use our services, psychiatric services, services for the children who are in need, who've been victims of sexual abuse. Instead of those COVID funds going to organizations such as that, it went to COVID shots. That's irresponsible spending. I have a business degree and a minor in HR. How many people understand that the county judge does manage HR and human resources? I have a minor in human resources. I manage my own payroll via ADP. Okay? Also, I would like you all to know, here's my Republican. I didn't just move here in March of this year after a failed congressional campaign. I won my primary for Commissioner Precinct 2 in Brady. I won my primary. I'm a proven conservative. Here's some things that I want to see. I want to see audits in every department. That includes the appraisal review board, at which I personally help people dispute taxes, and they're not budging. Okay? They're not budging. So what good is it if you're getting state exemptions, your homestead, and you're getting elderly exemptions? What good is that when your appraisal numbers are going up? That's right. Okay? That's what I want to see. I'm going to audit every department in there. If you want to talk about my conservative record, I was a delegate for 2 terms for the Republican Party of Texas. I was formally endorsed by Governor Abbott for Precinct 2 Commissioner. Okay? I did that. I earned that. And guess what? I also work on the other side because we realized that guess what? We need crossover vote here to win. Raise your hand if you know that Kamala Harris won Fort Bend County. Did y'all realize that? That means the conservative candidate that you have to pick have to have the ability to have also the experience and crossover vote to get Democrats and independents to vote for you in the general. Because we're not turning our commissioner's court over to Democrats, nor are we going to elect one in a primary. Woo! Okay, so now that we've heard not only my record, let's talk about a resume here. If you're going to trust the person to lead us into the general, you're going to trust that person that is going to beat Christian Becerra, that is going to beat, what's his name, Commissioner McCoy. Because that's who we got to beat. You understand? And it has to be someone strong enough to not only debate them, but get on Commissioner's court and mean business, because that's what I'm not playing. I want audits everywhere. We're going to handle business in the Republican Party, and we're going to elect true conservatives. You understand? True conservatives that have been on the ballot, that not only been on the ballot, proven, and help elect conservatives and put conservative issues. We're not electing Democrats. Another thing, Fairchild is here. Thank you for coming. Oh, yeah. Fairchild is here. Fairchild is here. I want to mention Fairchild because we've been in this fight since April, May of this year, where these people's property's been eminent domain. You understand? Eminent domain falls under our county. I have a real estate broker's license. Guess who knows about eminent domain? Since he's downplaying my experience, right?
So let's talk a little bit. Can I yield the rest of my time to Fairchild just for a little bit so she can tell you what's going on? Your time's up. Okay, my time's up. So I got that out. But Melissa Wilson for Fort Bend County Judge. Y'all see me on the ballot. I am number 3. Y'all got this, right?
Thank you. All right, guys, I also want to acknowledge we have our mayor from Sugar Land came in as well.
Carol.
I want to acknowledge our candidate for the 240th District Judge, Asha Reddy. All right, we're going to go ahead and have our current county judge, and that is Katie George.
Thank you. I just wanted to say, first of all, thank you, and I really appreciate you giving me an opportunity to say a few words in front of you, and I appreciate your creating this platform. And you all know me. You don't need, I don't need an introduction. So many different ways you know me, and I always said, you know what? It is always important to understand the situation and making changes. And I tell you one thing. You heard that in Fort Bend County, it is a 25 kind of ethnicity-wise diverse county. So without all this group of people, we are not going to win. And I made the mistake of aligning with the wrong people, and I did that. And one thing I wanted to say this: people like us come to this country. We don't come with an R&D attached to it. We come here for a better life, and we get a better life. And I decided to do something. And many times you go with people you know and things of that nature. I made that connection. And you heard that John here standing here saying that he's running for Precinct 3 JP. I created that opportunity. In 2021, something wrong happened about redistricting. And we fixed that before. And today, Fort Bend County Precinct, it is actually a 3 Republican commissioner's court. And we fixed that problem. And also, how many of you heard of a DEI? And we did a study. Last January, I killed that portion, and so we know what it is going to do, and I did that. And many times people talking about auditing. We are auditing every department. Can we do better? Absolutely do. And are we a financially sound county? Yes. Are we spending too much? Absolutely, we can stop a lot of wasteful spending. That's the reason why I am in the situation I'm in, because a lot of liberals, I said we cannot spend money like this. $382 million when I started the business in 2019. Today, our budget is around 740, and that is almost double. And I voted against all the budget this year. You could go check that. That is on the record. And I just wanted to say this. I don't need to learn this business. I've been the county for 7 years. And you talk about maybe Kristen Becerra, maybe Desmond Cole, and if you want to defeat that person, when I clear all my legal issues, you know that it is put it on me. And how many of you know that I am a victim of weaponized in Fort Bend County? And you know that that's what happened to me, and we will clear it. We are working on it, and all that stuff. When that happened, and I'm the only one with that experience to move forward with our conservative value. And I just wanted to say once again, thank you for giving me an opportunity to say a few words. And God bless you all. Happy New Year. Once again, God bless America, God bless Texas, God bless Fort Bend County. Thank you.
Two more speakers are going to have to with Dr. Steve. So just 2 more speakers, y'all.
Righty, we have one more county judge candidate. Come on down.
You're the next contestant on Saturday Menudo Club.
On our county judge candidate list for county judge.
I am. That's why I got a large.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. I am Lieutenant Colonel Aaron, United States Army retired, 35 years in the military. I am the only military service member running for county judge. I am the only combat veteran running for this position. I am the only attorney running for this position. There are a lot of I am onlys, but this election is not about educational pedigree. It's not about technical skills. This election is about leadership. The county is going in the wrong direction. It needs a new direction. The county is $2 billion in debt, with $1 billion out in the last 5 years. This is not sustainable at all. I am for transparency and integrity. Simple. It's got to change. We need to get the bad apples out and get some dedicated people in who are actually going to lead the county in the right direction. I bet you Donald Trump does not know how to drive a tank, but yet he uses them. There are plenty of educated people in the county to do their jobs. They just need the proper leadership. And this is going to be a short speech. I am not a politician. This is my first race, my first entry into the political realm. And I did it because I did not like my choice of congressman. So, please vote number 1 on the ballot. You got to go down, AARON, first one when you get to county judge. Check it, you can move on to the rest of the list. The list is quite long too. If anybody has any questions, I'll be outside for a while. Name is Daryl Aaron, AARON. Thank you.
Alright, like he said, we do have candidate information, signs, and so forth outside, voter registration as well, for those that need that, or to update and do their registration. Frank Salazar. And we have Frank Salazar, who's going to speak. He's not a candidate, but he's going to share a few words.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Frank Salazar. I'm a candidate for District 143 in Harris County. I'm not a Fort Bend County, but I have that. I got sister that lives in sister that lives in Sugarland right here in First Colony. Then I got another one that lives in what's the name of that Providence place right here on Highway 6. So I'm pretty familiar with the people that live here. But what I'm here for is to tell you a little bit of the district that I'm running for. The incumbent that has been there for 20 years has not done a thing for the people that are in the district. There is no economy, there is no growth. We have a problem with homeless people, we have a problem with immigration. So the incumbent, what has done nothing. So I'm running here so that way I can bring new ideas, new energy into this district, and we can have the economy grow. Because we have a problem with oil and gas in the district because our refinery has shut down a year ago, and I've been working with a lot of people to bring this to light. So with these issues, my name is Frank Salazar. I'm running for District 143 in Harris County. Thank you all for giving me the opportunity.
Visiting with us today. We have our main presentation that we're just going to begin in just a moment. I want to remind you, please visit our website at www.SaturdayMenudoClub.com. Also visit our Facebook page, which is Saturday Menudo Club.com. Saturday Menudo Club on Facebook. Please share your pictures. We have tons of traffic on our page. We want everyone to be visible to what you are running for. So now, what I'll do, we will move on to our main presentation today. I am going to do a quick introduction, and if you can please, we have set up a presentation for him to show y'all. Dr. Steve Moretta is a leading functional naturopathic medical expert who consults with people around the world via webcam, having started a top medical telehealth center in the United States. Dr. Steve Moretta specializes in clinically investigating underlying factors of chronic disease and customizing a functional medical approach for thyroid issues, autoimmune conditions, hormonal imbalances, digestive disorders, and brain problems. So please, let me go ahead and let him start his presentation.
With great news, it's a new season for many of us. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about health. make America healthy again. That's my part. So here's the medical truth we were never told. America doesn't have a healthcare problem. America has a truth problem. Do you agree with that? So when truth is replaced with convenience, then health is the price we pay. When health declines, then everything else follows. So, who am I? I've spent over 30 years in the wellness industry as a functional doctor in the integrative medicine and epigenetics. Not in theory, not in headlines, but face to face with real people, with real families. Families who did everything straight and still kept getting sicker. That experience changed how I see medicine, how I see life, and how I see responsibility. Here's what I learned. Sick people are not the failure. The system failed them. Make sense? The system has a problem. Are you following me? So when the system fails, citizens eventually pay the price. Let me tell you about one family I'll never forget. They came to me frustrated, exhausted, and honestly discouraged. They had done everything they were told to do. They took their medications, they trusted the system, and yet, year after year, they were getting sicker. More diagnoses, more prescriptions, less energy, and less hope. At one point, the mother looked at me and asked me a question. A question that I hear all the time. She said, "Doctor, what are we doing wrong?" And I remember thinking, you're not doing anything wrong. You were never taught how health actually works. The system taught you how to manage symptoms, not how to restore health. So we did something different. We stopped asking, what disease do you have? We started asking, what's interfering with your body's ability to heal? So we looked at nutrition, we looked at sleep, we looked at inflammation. We looked at toxic exposure. And slowly, things changed. Not overnight, not magically, but steadily. Energy returned, inflammation came down, and hope came back. That family didn't need another prescription. They needed truth. And when people are given the truth, their bodies often do what they were designed to do. They heal. So here's the paradox. Here's the paradox. That story is not rare. It's happening all across America. We spend more on healthcare than any other nation in history.
Amen.
Over $4 trillion every year, yet our outcomes keep getting worse. This is, in my opinion, it has been documented for decades in scientific literature. 6 out of 10 American adults live with chronic disease. That is not bad genetics. Again, that is system failure. So here's the warning. Here's the warning. We are now the first generation in American history expected to live shorter lives than our parents. That should never happen in a free nation. So we must ask a hard question. If this system really works, why are we getting sicker? Every year. If it were designed to create health, it would have done so by now. But if it were designed to manage disease, this is exactly how it would look like. So here are the reasons why do we get sick. Are you following me? Raise your hand if you're following me. This is important. So root cause number 1, metabolic collapse. Metabolism. Most Americans are not sick from bad luck. They're sick from metabolic breakdown. Insulin resistance, chronic inflammation, and blood sugar chaos. Type 2 diabetes is not a mystery. It's the predictable result of bad information and bad incentives. We are undernourished and overstimulated. That was root cause number 1. Now let's go to root cause number 2. Why do we get sick? Toxicity. Heavy metals, plastics, pesticides, industrial exposures, many of the chemicals we are exposed to daily, including glyphosate, were never tested for long-term metabolic or gut effects. That is not conspiracy, that's regulatory failure. So when detox pathways are overwhelmed, disease is not a mystery. It's a consequence. Let's move to root cause number 3.
That's not.
Why do we get sick? Terrain matters. Terrain. When we talk about terrain, we are talking about the internal environment of the body. Chronic inflammation, immune exhaustion, loss of resilience in our bodies. Over time, the body is affected in long-term biological stressors that can include persistent infections, environmental exposures, and chronic stress. When the terrain is strong, the body adapts. But when the terrain is weakened, the body struggles. So health isn't just about what we're exposed to. It's about what the body can handle. So health and freedom are related. A sick nation cannot stay free. Repeat after me. A sick nation cannot stay free. There is a Bible verse that captures this perfectly. You shall not know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. It is not just a spiritual statement, that's a medical reality. And it's a civic responsibility. So let's go over control versus freedom. Health affects everything. Military readiness, economic strength, mental resilience, family stability, a population dependent on medication. It's easier to control than a population depending on truth. A population depending on medication is easier to control than a population depending on truth. Does it make sense? So when doctors are censored, have you seen that before?
Yeah.
Doctors censored?
Yes.
When natural medicine is attacked, when choice disappears, freedom is already in danger. Does it sound familiar? Does it sound familiar? So this is very relevant. This subject is very relevant, very important. So there are two models of medicine. The system model, conventional medicine, and the human body model. One says diagnose, prescribe, and manage forever. The other says remove interference, restore function, and allow healing. That's God's system. That's how we were created, by design. Your body does not need permission to heal. It just needs the right conditions. So, in order to finalize, let me explain what does the body needs to heal. Who wants to know how to heal? Raise your hand. This is what we need to know. These are the pillars. We need nutrition, sleep, movement, and purpose. Repeat with me. Nutrition, sleep, movement, and purpose. That's it. It's not complicated. They came up with lots of different complicated words, but it's easy. So health is not something you're given. Health is something you reclaim. We fight for it. We gotta be responsible for it. We cannot delegate our health. So this is not just a medical issue, because freedom requires responsibility. Doctors alone cannot fix it. Government alone cannot fix it. Freedom survives when citizens take responsibility. So your health, your children, your vote, these are not small things. These are how nations survive. Before I close, I want you to understand something. Everything I've shared today comes from one core belief: that truth matters. Freedom matters. And human life has value. I wrote this book. It's called In God We Trust. This is not a medical book, but it's a declaration of values. Because no nation can remain free if it forgets where freedom comes from. So that's why we are here today. So register to vote, right? support health freedom. Protect your family. The most radical act in America today is raising a traditional, healthy family. Who agrees with me? That's rebellious. That's self-today, right? You become dangerous when you raise a traditional, healthy family in these days. So America doesn't need more pills. America needs truth. This is a generation that doesn't know truth. America doesn't need more control. America needs more free, informed citizens. History will not ask what was convenient. History will ask what was right. Are you listening? Amigo. So the answer begins with our health. So God bless our families. God bless the wonderful state of Texas. And may God bless the United States of America.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now, I want to make sure everyone is aware that the materials that he just covered is up here in this book. So if you are interested in getting a copy, please get with the doctor. They are up here for sale. Please, and share the word. This presentation is going to be on our website at www.SaturdayMenudoClub.com. Please share it. Get his word out. Get the message out. We've seen so much happen to our neighbors, our co-workers during COVID. And how scary that was. We need to educate ourselves. We need to empower ourselves with information. And this is how you start. You start by getting grassroots information from the sources. So thank you again, Doctor, for that presentation. Let's give him one more round of applause, please. Thank you so very much. Ladies and gentlemen, just to follow up, our next meeting is going to be February 7th. We are going to be at El Tiempo off of 290. I believe the address is 12440 Northwest Freeway. We are going to have candidate Doc Pete Chambers come in and speak. He is running for governor. We also are going to have a candidate that is running for the lieutenant governor position. She is an Air Force veteran. She is sat on many boards across the state of Texas. Her name is Perla Munoz Hopkins, and she is grassroots down to doing her precinct, doing her community, doing the state of Texas, sitting on school boards. Please get to know her as well. If you are interested in that event, follow us on our Facebook page, visit our website, or get with Andy or I, or Sharon, and get the details. Spread the word. We will be sharing and circulating that information shortly. We are also going to be back at Fort Bend. I would say approximately 2 to 3 weeks from now, right before the primary. Please get with me, and if you want to speak during that event as well. Remember, this Saturday Menudo Club started about 3 years ago. Andy and I are the co-founders. I know that there was some confusion leading up to this meeting. There was a separate group that, I don't want to use the word hijack, but they took part of our original name and formed their club with the inclination of confusion. So we are transparent, we like clarity, we like to be upfront with our guests. So please make it a point when you do visit our website. It is Saturday Menudo Club. Like I said, this brainchild was Andy Valadez, a baby almost 3 years ago, Andy. So
Since I was a baby.
Since it was a baby. And it has flourished, and it's flourished because of y'all. So again, thank you for coming out. Thank you for joining us. We will be back 2 to 3 weeks from now here. We are going to be at El Tiempo with the candidates that I just mentioned. If you do want to reach out and speak at that location.
Zoomcast.
Or do a Zoomcast. We do Zoomcast every Monday for candidates or activists that want to present their material. Andy and I do a Zoomcast every Monday. It's free of charge, y'all. This is free publicity that your campaign can get. We get thousands of views per video. And it costs you nothing other than 30 minutes of your time to say who you are, what you're running for, and what your message is. So again, Andy and I co-host that. It's a Zoomcast that occurs every Monday. Videos are then uploaded to our website. They're shared through social media. And please come out.
Like 150 pages. We share like on 150 pages.
Yes, we are a part of a community on social media, about 150 networking sister pages that we share on. We also have the Ricky Report.
Ricky Report. Let it rip.
Plenty of opportunities.
Got some explaining to do.
Again, thank you for coming. Look us up. Join us again. God bless you.